What up, homies? Welcome to episode 23 of our Disco Elysium playthrough. It is finally time to head into the harbor now and look for Mr. Everard, the leader of the Union, because we already have like a million things to discuss with him. So, for the third time now, we find ourselves back in front of this racist super freak who's guarding the magic button. Today, however, we come armed with a fully thunked upon detective thought about advanced race theory lodged within the folds of our brain. But only at the top, so we can actually erase that shit from memory as soon as the dude hits the button. We search around in some of the harbor offices, we find some communist leaflets, and we also finally regroup with our code, before heading further into the weird container-based architecture of the harbor complex. Thanks for coming by, and enjoy! What up, homies? Welcome to the next episode of Disco Elysium. I almost forgot the name of the game. Let's check this out. What's going on here? He is still yelling. People are still here. This looks pretty much the same. This guy looks new to me. Today we're gonna talk to the beatnik guy, see what he has to say. If he actually has that armor or information on that armor. And after that we're trying to get past that big ass genetics racist supremacist freak to get to the union leaders. But last night we wanted to talk to this person. Can we do that now?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio plays.
Grandma, snap your fingers in front of her face. No, I'm not gonna bother her. Alright, here we go, off to the beatnik. Does this guy have anything new to say?
Right to work! Right to work!
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race theorist guarding a button? Sure.
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
What? Cool. I mean, we're never gonna do that, but if we'd play a character who goes for, I guess, is it strength? What's it called? Physique? And we fail, we could get to him and get a boost for that. Cool.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
Alright. Alright, talk to this guy. With our crowbar.
What up, man? How can I help you?
Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Okay. Kuno said you know about the armor. This speaks volumes about us and our mental quality when we refer to Kuno and he gave us a tip and that's why we're here. Desperation mode.
The little boy had a good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, pardon the choice of words, not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Uh-huh. That's Kuno, alright.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used us to what? Scare you? The probe into the armor. What did you learn? Yeah.
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
Okay.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. the gauntlets, and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Hold up. Hold up. 4 pieces? Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boot? What about the leggings? I'm going to find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough. What? Weird. I'm ambitious. I'm going to find all of it. All the pieces. Actually, I may have better things to do. First one, and we're gonna go for all.
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Did you take them? I'm going to find 1 piece. I'm ambitious. I'm going to find all of them. I mean, yeah, if we fail, we fail. We are not gonna, go for only 1 piece. Give me all of them.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
Yeah.
It's implied. He finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
Watch me. Maybe don't.
And Mesqui is epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
Alright. So Kuno used us to, what, scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig from his flask. If it's all good, why you're contemplating, just do it, my guy. Thank you for the cooperation.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
I feel like there's some shit going on here. I feel like I'm passing hidden secret messages between these two. He finally takes a swig from the flask.
He is sincerely grateful. He is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Alright, good talking to you. Okay. Racist supremacist asshole it is. 3rd time. And it's not the charm. Alright, my guy, here we are again. This time, I got a crowbar.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Oh, there's more options. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys? Let's go over that funky race classification again. Funky. I think I know what the race enigma is. Do I get a bonus because I have the thing in the hand? No. Why you're not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
I know that we heard about the Hardy Boys once before. I can't keep thinking about TLC matches. Whatever. I don't know who they are anymore. I can't recall.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
But you're all part of the Union? There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
I just realized that we forgot to talk to the truck drivers. It is what it is. What do you mean?
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Jesus. Calling me a blob, huh? They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. So this is why I thought about the truck drivers again. Female vagrant. I wonder if that is supposed to be Joyce.
Interesting.
I think I know what the race enigma is.
And
Oh my god. It's shit. Let me into the fucking harbor. Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory. This racecraft is what rich people want us to do while they get all the money. It's just something you shock people with, liberal and progressives people. It's whatever you want it to be. It's a free association language exercise. Degenerate race hero. I don't know about the rest, but it's clear I should stop drinking the ancient Ilmaran mind poison Al Ghul. This dump is ready to be superseded by the Areopagite superstate. I can't serve as a clerk in your administration. Maybe you need a cop. feels like this is the right option. Because it fits mostly with what he said, and it, you know, is kind of demeaning to us. We are just going to be, you know, a clerk in that. I feel like there are wrong options here. This one obviously is wrong. I don't know about that. I can't tell. This is the communist option, which we can't pick because we're gonna want to get past that guy. It's not the communist option, but you know, it's the, you know, rich people suck option. It's just something you shock people with. It's whatever they want it to be. It's I think I'm gonna go for that, just based on the fact that it's, I think, most closely related to what he said before, and all we want to do here is get past him, push that button that's right next to him, and leave him be.
Everyone can see that. It has little to do with the race enigma.
Baby, don't be mean. Give him another chance.
Anything for you, babe.
Okay, so that's not... Okay, actual race enigma. So, I guess it has to be this then, because everything else, it doesn't actually point at a race. This is just, you know, I should stop drinking alcohol. This is, you know, he will say the same thing. Everyone can see that, and this has nothing to do with the race enigma, and everything else here is like semi-political or weird. And the only other thing that's actually racially related is, paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory. I don't know. I guess.
Look, babe. The mignon of law is also a racist, but his racism is basic and rote. He thinks he has solved the great race enigma by describing a rote mechanism of scientific competition.
So unadvanced.
The woman looks half bored.
The basic race education he received in high school has led him to think his phylum are the sole authors of race theory. An esoteric study reaching back to the ancient mass society of Pericarnassus over 4,500 years ago. Basic racist, I take pity on you. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad, like a little boy who wants to go on the potty. I can press the button for you. It will open the door.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not a racist and I don't need your help, sure, but we, you know, we gotta get further here, so it is what it is. That's all I wanted.
Very well. You may enter the door once. Our race conversation here has concluded.
Finally. Let's go.
Alright. Forget that shit. Forget thought for one point. Thought will be lost forever. Bye. Okay, let's go for this derealization thing. I'd like to go for this because it's the most interesting option to me now, but it has a -1 on rhetoric for 4 or close to 5 hours. And I assume we are gonna have a bunch of talking to do with that, with the leader of the union, which probably will involve rhetoric if we, you know, try and be successful here. So we're gonna go for this first. Derealization. I still don't know what that actually is. I think it's some kind of self-healing stuff. And it mentions this feels like the most important of all the thoughts, the one you truly must complete. So, internalize that shit. Bye. I wanna do this. Don't need that. Do we have anything else that gives us better talkie time? This is a shirt. We are wearing a drama shirt, which is better for lying, so yeah. This is the conceptualization jacket, reaction speed, and rhetoric. -1. Don't want that. This gives encyclopedia, which is important. Physical instrument, hopefully we don't need. Endurance, minus reaction speed, electrical camera, so yeah, we're fine. I mean, fine in terms of this is the best thing that we have. Alright, new place. Cool. What you got? Every worker equals member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. And at the bottom, the union logo and demand democracy. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. The standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Someone left the coffee machine on. The dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. Oh shit, stuff to touch. What's that? Postcard. Nice. And a locker.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Not fortunate, huh?
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
I'm gonna ignore it for now. What's this? In a book, La Fumée, Volume 1, Number 4. The leading intellectual organ of Martinez communism offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Frizzle with a pair of white antlers glowing out of his head. Sure.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Frizzle. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why Frizzle? Flip through the pages, see what catches your eye. Probably him because he sucked.
Because Frizzle was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white.
Welcome to socialist and communist reading material.
After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international development, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's note. I want to catch up on international development. What is Kunst und Kultur? Let's see what they mean by local concerns. Everything. Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée, unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel. La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
Cool.
Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
I feel like I need to do some kind of subscribe now joke, but you know, you can do that for yourself. Button is right there. Whisper, Kim, I think this is a communist magazine. Play it cool. Pretend everything is in order. Kim.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I want to catch up on international development.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Mesk-Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are.
So this is America. I see.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. the table of contents unfolds before you.
Necessary. Nothing else in international developments. All right. What is Kunst und Kultur? Arts and culture.
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
I like how he takes that much time to say this and just pronounces it so incredibly wrong. Cool.
Why they decided to title this one section in Volda is beyond you.
Volder? Volder's German? Cool.
It evokes a sense of recognition and fellowship among those privileged enough to understand.
And here we go. We got the core problem of socialism and communism, or people following this way of thinking and organizing themselves. It's so often a group of, let's not exactly say privileged people, but at least learned people that are using a very high-strung language and a very specific language, and everything going just a little bit to the side of that language is immediately wrong, or split up into another group and another group and another group, and they never really, get together and do something about anything. And this seems like it's following the same trend and problem. Just people who are very learned, who have read a lot, putting their theories and their thoughts on their applying the knowledge that they gained around socialism or communism to the actual world right now, and try to explain things, but not in the way that, the normal worker, the normal person that isn't as privileged as they are, can actually not understand is a too hard a word, because it sounds like everyone else is dumb, but, can apply that to his own or her or his or her own life, and actually, gain insight from that to realize what position they are in and actually get together and organize properly. Let's continue.
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS.
Does the C stand for Kuno?
The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective. The Tip Top Tournée is an inter-Isolari racing series, mostly known for its high speeds, ludicrous sponsorship deals, and high death toll. In Revachol, it's held quadrennially on the prestigious Zero Carousel racing circuit.
Read the profile of CS. Alright, let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top. Sounds dull. Read the profile.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Okay. Alright, let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers.
No, it's probably a critique about that event that sounds super splurgy and probably inconveniences a bunch of people, probably is super unsafe for a bunch of people, maybe even drives through areas that are not properly regulated, so people are even more unsafe there, maybe even terrible work conditions for the people organizing that, not organizing, but camera people on the ground, or I don't know, repairing people, or people taking care of the track, probably shit like that.
Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tournée.
10,000-word feature. Did we count? Wait, what's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships, and then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes. So, all of it, basically.
Hang on, who wrote this stuff? What's so bad about sponsorships? What's wrong with a good motor crash? They just keep it interesting. What the hell? Hang on, who wrote this?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka. There's no way those are real names.
It's NEB and AB. Wait, why aren't they real names?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus. Come on, they're plainly pseudonyms.
Did that old guy write this? What's the bite about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity. Thus, the so-called tournée becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a fritter.
I feel like actual critique about that would go further than that. Further than this advertising shit. But, I mean, we are in the sponsorships category, so it's fine. Right, but then you get to see them crash.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
Is that so? I don't know. I don't watch racing. Doesn't interest me. But I don't think people watch F1 just to see crashes. I mean, I watched it when I was, a kid. And obviously that shit was exciting. As exciting as it can be. I don't know. I don't know if how it is with NASCAR. I think more people watch that for crashes, and I think this whole thing seems set up for crashes. Make it be as spectacular and horrific as it can be, because everything is reduced to this one oval track and going as fast as fuck as you can around that. So everything this racing sport feels like it's more based on crashes. But I don't think this tournée is that. This sounds more like F1 actually, but I don't know.
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
No, I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing. Wow, you're right. I really am just in it for the violence. I don't know. I don't know this guy. Sure,
You
violence.
see, one cannot avoid the conclusion that Tip Top Tournée is simply the apotheosis of spectacular entertainment under capitalism.
Kim, did you know Tip Top Tournée is actually an orgiastic ritual of capitalistic destruction? I had no idea. Kim, this article says that no one really watches Tip Top Tournée for the races. First one.
I can safely say the thought had never crossed my mind, detective.
The lieutenant furrows his brow. I wonder what else is really just a metaphor for life under capitalism. It's too bad. I thought I liked Tip Top. First one.
I'm sure most things are, if the young men who wrote this article are to be believed.
I don't like this descriptor young men. They are just young. They are naive. They don't know shit. Continue.
If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
Here comes again, Mr. Nerd. He is a car nerd. So, yeah, fitting. He watches that shit for, I don't know, engine sounds? I don't know. The rare glimpse into a motor when they are trying to repair that shit or when there's stops.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's see what they mean by local concern.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbour red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
This again paints communists kind of weird. Because these are squatters. I don't know. Damn communists. Should have killed a lot of them when they had the chance. If it weren't for the just imagine doing that now. If it weren't for the wild pines, all those moochers would be out of a job. charging rent just to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. I mean, yeah. Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital could reach some reasonable accommodation? No, because it's never possible. Why should I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me. Yes, it does. This is the only real option here. Sure.
The writer G. Martin remarks dryly that capitalists love wealth redistribution, so long as it's only redistributed upward.
It is. There's no trickle-down effect. That shit has been proven. Or, disproven.
It's true. The rentiers have been bleeding you dry. You really ought to find your own place one of these days.
No. That's become a rentier. Yourself. That's not the way to go.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Alright, put the magazine away. Is that in my inventory? Yeah. Probably I can show that to that old guy, see if we wrote that stuff. Let's check in here. This looks like drugs. Morale boost, by the way, we gotta heal our morale. Here we are. What's in here? More of that shit? Ooh, damn. Visual calculus +1, drama -1. What do our glasses at the moment do? Plus logic, -1 authority. That's actually good. What was visual calculus again? We are 3 there. Reconstruct crime scenes, make laws of physics work for the law. But give a minus on drama. Drama still is a conversation skill point, which we probably will need when talking to that guy. So we're gonna leave it off now, but it seems kind of cool. Alright, what's this? The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Huh? Oh! Wait, was there anything more in there? We can get to our code now. There's a phone here.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Who would I want to call? So we know that there's a phone here. I hope we can get here. That racist motherfucker said we only have one chance to get in here. So I don't know if we ever get a chance to do that again. But we can, call from Kim's car. So I don't really know what the point here would be to call someone. We don't even have a number for anything. So did we see everything here? I kind of don't want to... Why is that green? Don't get out. I'm scared. We're not going to do it. I'm scared that he's going to go out there and we can't get back in.
There it still is, inviting you to.
This is corrupt. But we need information. Open the drawer.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse through the folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting? Browse them.
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Nice. Volition roll. Medium 10, 83%. Force yourself to go through the folders. Good thing we just upgraded or healed our morale, which made this a little bit easier. Because our morale level has an immediate impact on volition skills.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes. Special whirling borscht. Water Everard's plants. Sweep office floor. More banners.
Okay. Cool. They're serving borscht in the whirling rags.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Turn to the lieutenant. Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list.
Why can't it just be a special recipe? Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes. Special whirling borscht. Water Everard's plants. Sweep office floor. More banners.
Is there a code in here somewhere? ESSWB. I don't know.
All items on the list.
Close
The
the
drawer
drawer.
slides shut.
Do I have the note with me? No, it's in there, right? Yeah. We have this die, by the way. We've never used that. Whatever. Okay, let's go through here and actually get to our jacket. Maybe our... what are we looking for? Our badge is in there.
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back.
Grab the cloak.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Okay. So, cloak, esprit de corps +1, shivers +1. What's shivers? We are at 1. Raise the hair on your neck. Tune into the city. What? City lovers, the wisest of the street wise, the genuinely supernatural. Okay, well that's not relevant for our character, so we don't have to wear that. Can I interact with this somehow? No, okay, so I thought maybe the badge was in there. This is what we'd look like. But we are a weird Union cowboy. I can't touch this. Wait, can I go through here? No, okay. Oh, hi. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. And what's this room?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
So this is where Renee works. I'm gonna look around. Who is that? Search the booth.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Check the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Is that the old guy? I think I remember the name Renee.
René looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I don't know. I'm gonna ask him about it. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence. What evidence? I'm making an artistic photo collage, Kim. I'm gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Cool. Anything new with you, by the way?
Yes?
No. Oops. Alright. Let's head further in here. Can I click this? What? All around great machines and quiescence. White pine trees are printed on the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off.
We're not gonna fuck around with this until we know what we want. Just some cash, alright. You see faded industrial lettering on the platform, Qualsund. Alright. Why is this so weird here? We're walking on these containers, and it seems that that's the actual right way to do it. The speaker tower is silent. There's no work to organize in the yard below. That's a massive fucking speaker tower just to organize work. Ooh. Loot. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood? No. This one? Ooh. Fallen Ultra Series gloves. Wait, are these the... Is that the armor? No, it's not, right? The ultimate performance efficiency, these Fallen Ultra Series gloves come fingerless and with a grippy padding covering the palms, making these ideal for quadrupedal movement or for lifting cargo. No, they are not that, okay. Half light. What the fuck is that again? Oh, we are at 0. Let the body take control, threaten people. High-strung investigators shoot now. Oh, this shit. Okay, yeah, okay, we're not gonna use them. But we got him. Industrial-sized thermos, smells like burnt coffee. Some more cash. Even more cash. Can almost afford a new book. Hi. The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red. You can barely see that guy. Now you can see him. What up?
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
This didn't rhyme. Worst song ever. Easy Leo.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
Yeah, sounded like it.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Why is it vanishing?
Container, container, used to be wild pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. Hi, do not interrupt the little man in his joyous activity. Leave. No, hi.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
Sure, just do it.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes over his face. What is it with you people in scabs? Actually, I am, yes. Where's the no, I'm not, we're cool option? Well, first one.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right? Do I know that name? Huh. What are you doing with the containers? Where is everyone? The harbor is empty. Do you work here? Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners? What is in that container over there? Point to the container suspended from the crane arm. I'm looking for the leader of the dock workers union. I assume we can go through most of these. You're Ubi, right?
Oh yes, born and raised in Arish,
Oh,
mister.
that's not a
Mum
name.
had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumours.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Okay. Medium logic, 72%. What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him. I feel like 72% is fine. I don't... Could have something that gives logic boost in our clothes? I still don't understand how we can get out here. We can't now because we don't have skill point. So, never mind that. This is a red check. It cannot be retried. I assume we can still get back in here. This seems okay now. We can try that here. Let's go to other options. See if we got clothes that give us logic and then try again. If it actually is not available anymore, it is what it is. 72 feels a little bit too gamba time. So I'd like to check if I have anything to improve that a little bit. If it doesn't work, so be it. This doesn't seem like super important. Maybe it is. We'll never know if we can't do it. Sure, let me ask you about something else.
Sure, mister. About what?
I'm off for now. Bye-bye for now. Logic. So, conceptualization. Do we have logic boost? We have +1. Rhetoric, core, physical instrument, endurance. Okay, we don't have anything for logic. I guess we gotta live with the 72%.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Leo, in the future, can we keep this greeting shorter? I had some questions for you, if that's not too much trouble. Sure.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
What are you doing?
I'm just
Okay,
making
cool, we
some
can
covers for them
retry.
containers here.
Alright,
Yes,
72%, here we go.
Yes, I am. So it's easy.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Wow, red is so much prettier than drab old green. Keep the amazement to yourself. No first one.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Where is everyone? The harbor is empty. I mean, they're striking.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Isn't he working right now?
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
He pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into? Got it, but there were other things I needed to discuss. No, first one?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
This probably is hinting at, you know, the dead guy. If it is, then this would mean that they actually did that.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
But what did they actually do? Really? Did they kill someone? I have another question. But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hard ease.
He looks to you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Too rowdy? Leo, what kind of a fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary? Okay, Leo, let's hear about this fight you got into. You got into? Sure.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business.
Okay, so we're talking about the thing that he mentioned that, and hope that he's gonna circle back around and say something about this fight now.
But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
The little guy starts coughing.
You're never getting anything useful out of him. It's good enough you found out Everard has a brother called Edgar, and he helped Leo.
Do you work here?
Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away.
Alright.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Lady. L-A-Y-D-E.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
Captain Sidetrack.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned? I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this place would totally fall apart if you didn't shine the boss man's shoes, Leo. First one.
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
So is she a lawyer?
He respects that word. That's obvious.
So she is.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Why?
Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
So Everard trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
The lieutenant smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinaise, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Damn, cool. Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
Oh yeah, the borscht. What was that about the borscht?
Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking? Thanks, Leo. Another question. First one.
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
They do. Hold up. Who makes it at the whirling? Something is off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it. Accept task. Is that a secret room? So let's here. Hold up. Who makes it at the whirling?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Okay. Something is off about this. I'm going to look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
What's in that container over there? The one that we are actually able to operate?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Okay. I'm looking for the leader.
Oh, you want Mr. Everard then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made merchandise what it is today. Mr. Everard and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Patience. Deep down you have the mental power to keep listening. Not many would, but you do.
Do not interrupt. Or easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man. No, do not interrupt.
Had an arithmetics teacher, Miss Bellows. Her real name was Miss Bellams. She was a real pretty lady, but when she got mad... All the boys liked her, if you know what I mean, mister. We used to sneak in her yard in the dark and peek through the window. One time we saw Miss Bellows with a fellow. Yes, we did, mister.
He looks for a sign of disbelief in your eyes. Don't say anything. No, you fucking didn't. Everard, Leo, where can I find Everard? No, you fucking didn't. Don't say anything. I feel like this is the better option. No, you fucking didn't. Cause that, pushes him to say more.
Yes, we did, mister. Indeed we did. Him was a big fellow. Used to drive the Troika near ours' school and everything. Them was all naked too. That's all I got to say about that.
Very interesting, very interesting. Thank you for telling me the whole thing.
Thank you. Almost forgot. Mr. Everard is in that container over there. I got distracted telling the story, but he's in there.
Alright. Cool. Weird, but cool. Oh my god. Special borscht. Ask Renee about the photo. Find all 4 armor pieces. Note this might take a while. Like a long while. Sure. Getting the boots. Get boots off victim's feet. That's actually a task now. In order to succeed, first, the body has to be down. Second, autopsy has to be finished and Kim has to be absent. He wouldn't approve. This will be devilishly tricky, so don't beat yourself up if you manage to send the body to the processing without getting hold of the boots. Wow. That sounds so cool and challenging, and we will probably fail. But we're gonna try. Find Morello cryptozoologist. Yeah, okay, we're gonna find him if we actually manage to get across the bridge. Cool.